Hey everyone, and welcome back to BMX News. This is a weekly BMX news show where I talk about everything that happened in the previous week within the world of BMX that I think you guys might care about. With that being said, I normally talk about highlights of the week, but there's really not much to highlight. I think it had to do with the July 4th weekend here in the US. Also, I'm getting prepared to go and help out with a jam that we're having today, so I'm going to try and run through this as quick as I possibly can. So with that being said, the first thing that I want to talk about is one bit of sponsorship news, and that is Popa Roland being welcomed to We the People with his Welcome to We the People video. The thing that I liked the most about this video is the fact that there was not only bar spins and tail whips in it, but also toboggans, tables, turndowns, 360 turndowns or 270 turndowns, whichever one it was. Either way, he's doing all of these things in the streets and doing them very well, so I thought it was pretty cool to see at least. After that, we've got contest and jam news. The first thing here is the BMX Park Qualifier for the 2019 X Games Minneapolis. This happened in Boise, Idaho, and Marcus Christopher, a local Ohio guy, actually won the entire thing. That's pretty awesome. So you can check out the live replay in the link in the description below, as well as links to everything else that I'm going to talk about in the order that it's talked about. Then after that, we've got a highlights, or not exactly highlights video because it's 40 minutes long, but a video from the 2019 Vans BMX Pro Cup qualifying event that they always do at Woodward East. So it's kind of a highlights video in that it's kind of a recap of the entire event, but it's 40 minutes long. Then after that, we've got a highlights video from the Best of BMX Worlds 2019. This includes Flatland, Skate Park, Dirt, and like this huge old school looking setup with two quarters really far apart. Amazing clips in here. This event seriously just looks amazing. Looks like everyone who's involved with planning it and putting it all together did a fantastic job with it. After that, we had the announcement of all of the Battle of Hastings 2019 team captains. That would be Sergio Leos, Boyd Hilder, Brian Kaczynski, Corey Walsh, Felix Prangenberg, Isaac Lesser, Jason Watts, Lewis Mills, Matt Cordova, Pat Casey, and Dan Paley. That's a lot of team captains, and that means there's a whole lot of riders because every single one of these captains is having multiple more people added to their team, and that's kind of why Battle of Hastings seems to be the best event in BMX right now. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of wish that I could go to it. And that brings us into the videos from this week. The first one I want to talk about here is the Profile Neighborhood Crawl in Tulsa. This video, if there's one video you guys should watch this week, it's this one. It's got a nice mix of skate park and street in it, and the full pipe in here that's like a T-pipe where there's one full pipe, then another one attached to it kind of that's smaller where you can actually ride it like a quarter pipe. That and the tricks that Billy Woodfin does on it are reason enough alone to watch this video. And that's really the only video that I have time to talk in depth about this week, but there are a ton of other videos that you guys should check out in the links in the description below, starting with Sean Ricany's Cult It's Later Than You Think DVD section, then a video with Chris Silva called 35 to Life, followed by a video from Lahsaan Kobza in Barcelona, and then a video with a Dwarf street biker. And that's not how I'm saying it, that's the title of the video. After that, we've got the mix section from Bone Death's Too Fast for Food DVD, followed by a longer one in Cult Crew Does Germany, and then an even longer one than that called Sa-Fari, a South African BMX adventure from Monster. And that brings us into the products from this week. The first is the Vans Morrow signature shoe. And this is not just a signature colorway like they've done in the past, because they have this BMX specific waffle cup sole, whatever they call it. These are becoming signature shoes in general since they're made for BMX and they're made for the people who they are signature shoes for. Then we've got the 2020 Complete Bike catalog from Subrosa, and then the Nathan Williams tire from Cinema. This tire only comes in 2.5. Holy monster truck. That brings us into the interview section from this week. The first is Flip from Albies being on the Drop In podcast, which I thought was pretty cool. I haven't had a chance to listen to it yet, but Flip is an interesting dude with a ton of stories involving BMX throughout the years. And then the Tony Ennis Unclicked podcast ran by Dennis Enarson. If you somehow live under a rock and haven't heard yet that Dennis Enarson started a podcast and called it the Unclicked podcast, I've had a chance to listen to about half of this one, and It's pretty good listen so far. Tony Ennis is a videographer in BMX that a lot of people love his videos. So if you guys are interested whatsoever, there's a link to that in the description below. And that's the last thing I have to talk about this week. I'm gonna get ready and go to the jam that we're having today. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you have a favorite story, leave it in the comments or any conversation that you wanna have. With that being said, if you're new, subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow for another video. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.